The American dream of owning a powerful truck or a rugged Jeep is feeling more like a financial nightmare. While inflation and economic uncertainty are hitting everyone, one automotive giant, Stellantis, the parent company of Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Chrysler, Fiat, Alfa Romeo, and more, is facing a self-inflicted crisis. Some are even whispering the B-word bankruptcy. But is this just market turbulence, or is Stellantis making a $100,000 mistake that's costing them billions and taking advantage of consumers? We're diving deep into the data, the history, and the potential fallout to expose what's really going on. Stellantis is caught in a perfect storm. Unsold inventory is piling up, worker strikes have crippled production, and profits are under immense pressure. According to Cox Automotive, the average days supply of new vehicles in the U.S. peaked at 85 days in late October 2024, significantly higher than the typical 60-day supply. While this has improved somewhat, Stellantis still struggles with higher inventory than some of its main competitors. This translates to billions of dollars tied up in unsold vehicles, forcing dealerships to offer deep discounts that eat into Stellantis' profits. The mistake is multifaceted, but pricing plays a key role. Stellantis aimed to maximize profits during the post-pandemic market by pushing higher prices, particularly on trucks and SUVs. The Jeep Grand Wagoneer, often priced well over $100,000, is a prime example. However, with rising interest rates making car loans more expensive and inflation squeezing household budgets, consumers are pushing back. They're simply not willing to pay these inflated prices. Adding to the pricing problem are persistent quality and reliability concerns, especially with Jeep. J.D. Power consistently ranks Jeep below average in its vehicle dependability study, and Consumer Reports has cited numerous issues across various Jeep models, including problems with electrical systems, transmissions, and engines. This negative perception makes it nearly impossible for Stellantis to justify its premium pricing strategy. Stellantis' roots lie in two powerful European automotive dynasties, the Agnelli family, with its century-long control of Fiat and Chrysler, and the Peugeot family. The Agnelli family in particular has a history of aggressive business tactics and has faced scrutiny over the years, including past investigations into financial dealings. While these past events don't directly cause today's problems, they provide context for Stellantis' current focus on maximizing profits, which may have contributed to their misjudged pricing strategy. So what's the real cost for consumers? First, you're paying higher prices for vehicles that may not be as reliable as competitors. Second, the oversupply of new vehicles and the resulting discounts are likely to depress resale values, meaning you'll lose more money when you trade in or sell your Stellantis vehicle. Third, the potential for future job losses within Stellantis dealerships and manufacturing plants creates broader economic concerns for communities dependent on the auto industry. Finally, the high cost of repairs for known Stellantis issues can add thousands to the overall cost of ownership. The recent UAW strike further complicated matters for Stellantis. While the strike resulted in improved contracts for workers, it also significantly impacted production and added to the company's financial strain. Estimates suggest the strike cost Stellantis hundreds of millions of dollars in lost production, further squeezing profit margins and adding pressure to potentially raise prices or cut costs elsewhere. Stellantis' struggles are amplified by the competitive landscape. Ford and GM are investing heavily in electric vehicles and have adopted more competitive pricing in the EV market, putting pressure on Stellantis to adapt. Stellantis' current EV offerings are not as compelling to the mass market as competitors, with fewer models and less competitive range and charging infrastructure. Stellantis has outlined a strategic plan called Dare Forward 2030, which focuses on electrification, software, and cost efficiency. However, the current crisis could hinder their ability to invest in these areas. To turn things around, Stellantis likely needs to reevaluate pricing, adjust pricing to be more competitive and reflect the perceived value of their vehicles, address quality and reliability issues, invest in improving quality control and addressing known reliability problems, accelerate EV development, offer more compelling EV models with competitive range, charging infrastructure and pricing, potentially streamline their brand portfolio. Consider focusing on core brands and reducing overlap to improve efficiency. It's worth noting that not all Stellantis brands are struggling equally. Ram trucks, for example, have maintained a strong market share, albeit with increasing incentives. However, the overall trend is concerning and requires attention. Are you feeling the pinch of high car prices? Have you had experiences with Stellantis vehicles, good or bad? Share your stories in the comments below. If you're concerned about the future of the automotive industry and how these issues impact consumers, contact your representatives and make your voice heard. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more in-depth investigations into the auto industry.